What I'm about to tell you, you might already know, but then again, you might not know. In any event, you need to hear it now, and that's this week on Think Tank Tuesday. Hi, I'm Paul Potratz, and welcome to this week's Think Tank Tuesday. This morning we had a major meeting. It was our quarterly meeting here at Potratz, and we talked about a lot of different topics, but there was one topic that was the major focus. What am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about something that affects you as an individual, affects you if you have a business, so if you're a business owner, but it affects everyone, every individual and every business. I'm talking about something that affects you whether you're one person that works in a major company with thousands of employees, or if you're one person in a small company, or if you're a business owner. What am I talking about? I think I've drilled that home enough. Evolution. You've always got to be evolving. If you're an individual, the way you measure how are you evolving, the way to measure it is, what did I learn? What have I learned last week that I'm applying to my daily task every day now? What did I learn the week prior? And not only just learning these things, because several times we'll learn a lesson, whether it's through a mistake or just like, wow, aha, that's what it is. But when you learn these things, are you applying them to your daily task? Are you applying them to your life ongoing? It's like you can't I learned that, and then completely forget about it and go back to square one and keep on making that mistake. It's the same thing if you're a business owner. What have you learned, and how are you applying it to your business? Is your business evolving? If you're a business owner, let me just slow down. I'm on a soapbox right now. I was talking to an internet manager yesterday. Great guy. He really is. But the whole reason I was talking to him is because he got in a discussion with one of our performance managers, and he was pushing our performance manager about what he wanted his call to action to be on a landing page. We created this landing page, or call it a squeeze page, where we're doing conquest marketing. For example, Toyota versus Honda, whatever the case. But he was saying that what he wanted the call to action button to be, and what the performance manager wanted it to be, was completely two separate things. And it was like we just couldn't get through to him. And we're like, okay, doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting different results is what? You know the cliche. It's insanity. So he wasn't evolving. And that's what I brought front and center. I said, you're not evolving. You know that if we try different things, we're evolving. We've already tried these different things in the past, and we've had great success off of it. So why are you trying to take us back to square one when we've already proven that it will only drive so many leads? That's just an example of evolving. So you as an individual, what are you doing to evolve? How are you learning more about your craft? And I don't care what you do for a living. I don't care if you work in fast food and you're the guy that's the short order cook. What are you doing to evolve in your daily task, in your work? What are you doing to evolve as an individual? What are you doing to learn more and further yourself as an individual? Help your family further themselves because you're evolving. If you're a business owner and you're stuck in the same rut and you keep on going back to the old school because it feels comfortable, you've got to stop. Comfort is not where you get growth. Comfort is not where you attain success. You've got to be uncomfortable, and that's through evolving. So if you're not pushing the envelope, if you're not trying new things, if you're not making mistakes, then come on, seriously, what's going to happen? Who wants to lead a life like that? I'm on a roll about evolving, about evolution, but I want to stop right here, and you definitely want to come back after this break because I've got some great tips for you to follow. So I'll see you in a second.
Hey there! I hope you're enjoying this episode of Think Tank Tuesday. We here at Potratz take pride in being the leader in automotive advertising and hope you found our weekly strategy tips helpful in growing your business. If you found this episode of Think Tank Tuesday helpful, please share, like, or forward this video and tell your friends to sign up for our free weekly email so others can enjoy it as well. And as always, thanks for watching.
This morning when I was talking to the team, I talked about what was the passion for me to start the agency. And the passion for me to start an ad agency is I was seeing all of these different advertising agencies out there having great success. But the things that they did that absolutely annoyed me, well, I'll talk about one, was that they wouldn't push the envelope. And I had a good friend, I'm not going to say his name because he's still around. He doesn't really have much of an ad agency anymore, but he's a good guy. And I used to say, Andy, what are you doing? Seriously, push the envelope. And he kept on telling me, Paul, you don't understand. You're a young guy. You just don't understand it. I got bills to pay. I got to do this. I got to do that. I've got payroll to meet and everything else. I can't push the envelope. I'm like, Andy, why can't you push the envelope? He said, because if the client doesn't like the idea and I keep on bringing new ideas and I'm making my clients uncomfortable, they're going to fire me. And if they fire me, I lose revenue. It means that I have less money to cover payroll. I could be out of business. And I was like, Andy, the way you're going right now, the clients are going to fire you because you're taking the status quo. You're taking the easy way out. You can't do that. You can't run a business that way. Well, what did I know? I was a young guy. And then I went to work for another ad agency and another ad agency, and they were doing the same thing over and over and over. And then it kind of dawned on me. Why would you do that? Why would you go into business to be an expert, to learn the craft and say, yo, Mr. Business Owner, I can help you grow your business. And then they hire you, but then you get scared because then the client's second guessing because they're not comfortable. That's not the way to run a business. That's not the way to run an ad agency. So if you're a business owner, what are you doing to evolve? And I don't care what type of business you have, you always need to be evolving. And if you're an individual, whether you're in sales, regardless, whatever you do, what are you doing to evolve? I hope this message really kind of sunk through. I mean, this is something that you know, you definitely know. And if you don't, well, then it's definitely something to think about. So starting today, what are you going to do to change the cycle? What are you going to do to start evolving? What are you going to do to learn more? Because if you're going to keep on operating your business the way you operated it this year or the year before and the year before, well, you're going to be the next Blockbuster. I mean, there's no way around it. So again, start evolving and you'll have continued success. That's this week's tip, and I'll see you next week.